Welcome back, everyone. Happy Comic-Con week. This will be my brand new Superman video. There's a bunch of good news coming to Comic-Con this week. There's been a bunch of news about Henry Cavill coming to Comic-Con to talk about the future of Superman, so I'll explain what's going on and what's changed about the Superman character at Warner Brothers in the movies. It's all good news. He would not be coming to Comic-Con if it wasn't good news. So if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. I'll do as many Comic-Con trailer videos as possible. We have Marvel Comic-Con. We're going to get a Black Panther 2 trailer. We've also got a brand new Black Adam trailer. Of course, I'll do videos for all that stuff. There's a bunch of big stuff dropping this week. It'll be great. But the past couple years, you've probably been hearing about Henry Cavill talk about how he wants to make a new Superman movie, like Man of Steel 2 is what we're kind of calling it unofficially right now. They might call it something else. We also have the new version of Supergirl that they're introducing through the Flash movie next year that they still want to do something with. But the thing that's changed recently is that Warner Brothers just got bought out, and the new CEO has this renewed interest in reviving Superman at DC movies. Like, Superman is a bigger priority for them as a character now than he ever was in the past several years since the first Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and Justice League movie. You've also probably seen all the rumors about cameos, crossovers, and upcoming DC movies in the next couple of years as well. So because Warner Brothers has such a renewed interest in bringing Henry Cavill back as Superman, that's why his chances of coming back literally just shot through the roof, Superman style. This is him talking about wanting to make a new Superman movie, how he's still got the costume in the closet, he's still ready to go.
I was very keen on really fleshing out Superman's early stages of his journey first. We had Man of Steel, and then we went quite a bit darker with Batman v Superman. And if he were to succumb to the anti-life equation and become bad Superman, I really wanted to make sure that we saw the hero, Superman, and we saw the true symbol of hope, the beacon of light, before we went down the path of darkness and then redemption. And still something that I am very keen to flesh out. And so what lessons has he learned? He definitely isn't going to kill anymore. And he's definitely going to make sure that population centers are completely removed from the equation, because now he's experienced it and now he's thinking about it. And so we get those steps towards building that incredible, wise version of Superman, rather than the, still wet behind the ears kind.
So based on what he's saying there, he's got a clear idea of where he wants Superman to go in his next solo movie. I'm just calling his next Superman movie Man of Steel 2 for the purpose of this video. They would probably call it Superman Man of Tomorrow or something more hopeful. But the actual process of him coming back starts with a lot of these crossovers, particularly in the Black Adam movie, where we're supposed to see him at the end of that film. Originally, the rumor was we were going to see a headless cameo, and it was going to be kind of like the Shazam movie, and they would kind of wind up doing him dirty. People would be kind of upset, like, why aren't we seeing Henry Cavill's face? But reportedly now, because he is coming to Comic-Con, now everyone's reporting that we're probably going to see a Henry Cavill cameo the way you would expect to see him, like you will know that it's Henry Cavill, it'll be his face on screen. And at Comic-Con, he'll explain more about some of the other crossovers that he's working on and eventually doing another Superman solo movie. Yes, there were a lot of rumors about him joining the Marvel Universe. I think there was a little bit of time before the big buyout at Warner Brothers, before they fired a lot of those people that were working on the DC movies and brought in a bunch of new people, where he's this really popular actor, really in demand, and people like that get a lot of offers. So it's just like, if you're not going to make another Superman movie and you don't want to use me in your movies or pay me what I'm worth, then I'll just go to the other side of the railroad tracks and be in a Marvel movie. But because he's coming to the Black Adam panel, the big Warner Brothers DC panel, I think that means that he's probably not going to be in any of these big Marvel projects, so I wouldn't worry about any of that. But right now, there are no less than 4 versions of a live-action Superman in the upcoming DC movies and HBO series. 5 if you include Tyler Hoechlin's Superman on Superman and Lois in the Arrowverse. The versions that we have right now are the multiverse Supergirl that I just mentioned in the Flash movie. Yes, the House of L symbol on her chest looks exactly like Henry Cavill's Superman symbol, so they kind of want you to think that she's from the main Justice League universe or the same version of Krypton that Henry Cavill's Superman came from. But here's the thing, if you watched the Flash trailer video, I'll link that down in the description below because I've already done a big video for it, but Ezra Miller's Flash finds her hanging up inside Michael Keaton's Batcave in a prison cell, being bombarded with red sunlight to weaken her. So if he's finding her in another universe, like, what is she doing here? That means that in Michael Keaton's Batman universe, Earth 89, or whatever you want to call it, her pod probably crashed to Earth instead of Superman's, or there was a Superman at some point. Either way, she's from Michael Keaton's Batman universe, not the main Justice League universe. Then there's the new Superman movie that Warner Brothers announced last year with an African-American actor playing a version of Clark Kent Superman. I consider that to be a multiverse Superman movie right now. And there's a separate Michael B. Jordan Val Zod HBO TV series. We know a little bit more about what's going on with that, but that's meant to be a totally different project from the Superman movie that I just mentioned. Then obviously you have Tyler Hoechlin's Superman in the Arrowverse, so that's 5 live-action different iterations of the Superman mythos, all on top of Henry Cavill's Superman, so we should say that there's 6 versions if you include Henry Cavill's Superman. If the rumors are to be believed, then he's reportedly coming back in a series of cameos instead of a straight-up Man of Steel 2 movie in the next couple of years. The movies that he's been rumored for are Black Adam and Shazam 2. Beyond that is anyone's guess. In the clip that I put at the beginning of this, the story that Henry Cavill says that he wants to tell in a new Superman movie, like a Man of Steel 2 movie, is basically finishing the full arc of his character that they started in the Justice League Snyder Cut. Now originally, Zack Snyder was going to cover that full arc in the Justice League trilogy, Superman's fall to darkness, the anti-life equation that we got a teaser for, then his redemption, with him eventually becoming the true, most idealized version of the character by the end of Justice League 3. I've already done extensive videos on the full plot of what Justice League 2 and Justice League 3 would have been. Zack Snyder thankfully revealed all of his storyboards and detailed story breakdowns, so I'll add a link for that video at the end of this and down in the description below, because it's crazy, but it sounds really cool. Based on what Zack Snyder has told us though, since the Snyder Cut came out, the studio doesn't really seem interested in finishing his Justice League trilogy. He said that he would do it just as soon as they greenlit it, but they haven't come close to doing that. So the last we got from Henry Cavill's Superman arc was the cliffhanger with the nightmare ending scene with evil Superman getting ready to kill Batman and the remnants of the Justice League and the villains working with them. That whole post-credit scene with Batman and Martian Manhunter was meant to sort of walk that dark alternate future back just a little and say, hey, here's what we're going to do differently in this timeline, in this time loop. Flash would have eventually been able to travel back into the past to warn Batman that we saw a version of earlier in Batman v Superman. Batman would have made the correct moves in the new time loop. They would have been able to save Superman from falling to Darkseid of the anti-life equation and use the big team upgrade with the Justice League to defeat Darkseid for good. Like I said, the link for that full video on Justice League 2 and Justice League 3 plot will be at the end of this and down in the description below. It gets way twistier and way crazier with a billion other characters. You will not believe the giant twist that they were going to have at the end of that too, like the post-credit scene for Justice League 3. I believe the original plan was for them to do Man of Steel, then do Man of Steel 2, but because of the box office performance of the first Man of Steel movie, they decided to turn Man of Steel 2 into Batman v Superman and make it a Batman movie as well. If you remember several years ago, there was like a whole different movie slate that they had planned out for like the next 10 years of DC movies. You could go down that rabbit hole if you want. But I think they're just afraid to make another Henry Cavill Superman movie, thinking that it won't earn the amount of money that they want it to. That's why you see 10 Batman movies for every one Superman movie. Right now, realistically, the best odds of Henry Cavill coming back as Superman in a big way are actually probably through the Black Adam sequels. Because The Rock is super keen to do Black Adam vs. Superman, he will not stop talking about it. He even posted a giant clip of it when he was teasing the Black Adam movie.
I can't wait to show you more. You know, I always thought that it might be cool to hang out with Superman. That would be cool, right? I mean, we're kind of similar in terms of our powers, our strengths, our speeds. Because look, at the end of the day, you never know. Black Adam and Superman could become friends. Or they won't. Who knows? Maybe we'll see. But before I go, I want you guys to help me out with something. It's something that's pretty important. I need you guys to help me get a message out to some of the other ones. Some of the other DC superheroes. Let's let Flash, Shazam, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. Let's let them know something. Things will never be the same because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
So clearly you can see The Rock has this vested interest in doing a lot with the Zack Snyder versions of the Justice League characters. If he were to tell Warner Brothers, hey, I want Henry Cavill's Superman in Black Adam 2, pay him his money, they would do it. So let me know in the comments, what do you actually want them to do with a new Henry Cavill Superman solo movie? All my Comic-Con videos will be posting in the next couple of days. Make sure you have alerts enabled for my channel so you don't miss any of that footage. Everyone click here for my brand new Black Panther 2 Doctor Doom video, and click here for my brand new Black Adam Comic-Con trailer. I'll update the link as soon as I post that. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.